Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sherry Rochelle here, and I'm back with another video. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I am talking all about the face-to-face in the process to become a flight attendant. I'll be going over style, do's and don'ts, what to say, what not to say, and little tips and tricks to help you guys get that job and that CJO. But we are talking about the face-to-face, right? Hold on. Okay, you guys, see, as you can tell, I am better and I am looking face-to-face ready. Okay, so for your face-to-face interview, you want to make sure that you go in there looking your best and feeling your best. Get a good night's sleep the night before. Make sure you have a nice light breakfast, something to keep you going, because you never know how long these interview days could run. Sometimes they can take very long and you want to be full and ready. And yes, you want to make sure you go in there looking your best. Things that I would recommend to wear would be anything with a blazer. So I would say you can wear, a pencil skirt, a collared button down like one that I have on, with a blazer, a pantsuit, matching blazer and pants sets. With a nice shirt in between. You can also wear like a blouse and a nice skirt. I can also suggest a dress, a suit dress, professional looking dress with a blazer over it. Best colors to wear, keep it professional: black, white, or blue. I read somewhere that navy blue and blue in general is a very trusting and calming color. So ever since I read that on some article a few years ago, I like to stick to blue as an interview, as a stable color for my interview. Ladies, you want to make sure that you wear heels to these interviews. Anything closed toe and pumps, you want to keep it between 1 inch or a half inch to 3 to 3.5 inches. Nothing too high and nothing too flat. Most airlines, as part of the uniform policy, all shoes need to be at least a half an inch. So I'd always recommend to wear heels, ladies, okay? And closed toe heels, don't come in wearing, I wouldn't recommend that you go in there wearing open toe shoes, peep toe, sandal heels. They just don't give off a good look. So ladies, about your hair. Okay, you want to make sure that your hair for any airline interview is always pulled back and up, especially if it's past your shoulder. So if your hair is longer than shoulder length, you want to make sure that you always have it pulled up, pulled back, whether it's in a ponytail, whether it's in a bun like this, or whether it's like you do a cute little curl style, pinned up style, whatever. You just want to make sure that if your hair is longer than shoulder length, that it's definitely pulled out. Okay, so my hair for my guys, you want to make sure that your hair is nice and neat, that it's well trimmed, you get a fresh haircut. Also, if your hair is longer than shoulder level, you want to make sure that it is pulled up in a ponytail or a bun. You want to make sure that your facial hair is neat and trim. You want to make sure that you just look clean overall. And the same thing for my guys when it comes to appearance. You want to make sure that your clothes is ironed, that it's neat, well tucked in, that you just look clean and presentable. Okay, ladies, for your makeup, you want to make sure that you keep your makeup very simple, very cute. You don't want to overdo it with blush, eyeshadow, crazy lipstick colors. Reds and pinks are always fine, but you want to keep it very neutral, very tamed. A plain color lip gloss or a lip balm is perfectly fine. And same to you guys, make sure you're moisturized when you go in there. You have your lip balm on deck to give them the best smile possible when you're doing your interview. Okay, so now we're going to talk about jewelry. So you want to make sure that you keep your jewelry very minimal. If you're going to wear earrings, you want to make sure that if you're going to have hoop earrings, that they're going to be no bigger than the size of a quarter. Other than that, I recommend studs. Just keep it cute, keep it simple. You can wear a necklace, you can wear bracelets, but just keep them very minimal. But have your little style with it, of course, as well. Same thing for jewelry goes for guys and for girls. And also facial jewelry tends to be frowned upon when it comes to airlines. So if you have the Monroe piercing, eyebrow piercing, nose rings, you kind of want to make sure that you keep them to the minimal. You take them out or you switch them to clear bars for your face. When it comes to watches, you guys, Apple watches and smart watches are perfectly fine, but you don't want to wear it if you're tempted to check it throughout the interview. If you know that you're the type to check your watch at any second you get a vibration, then you might want to wear a classic watch just to keep it professional, but you do want to make sure that you do wear a watch. You ladies, that you bring a purse with you. Even if you don't have a purse, for my ladies and my gals, you want to make sure that you have at least a folder or like a little notebook with you. At the end of the day, you do need to bring copies of your resume, like any job. So just make sure you have like a little folder with 2 or 3 copies of your resume in there. And I like to keep a little notepad or notebook just to take notes about anything about the job, any questions that I might have, so I can get them answered later. Okay, here are some do's for when you're taking your face-to-face interview. So you do want to make sure that you're always making eye contact with your interviewer. And also, if you're talking to other people, other applicants while you're waiting, you want to make sure you give them eye contact as well. You always want to smile. You want to show the people that you're welcoming, that you're friendly. You want to talk to tact as well. You always want to smile. You want to show the people that you're welcoming, that you're friendly. You want to talk to them, spark conversations with anyone and everyone, but do it in a genuine way. You don't want to look fake while doing it, because the HR representatives and the recruiters, they can see that and they can tell. You just want to make sure that you're just giving them your best self, your most genuine self, that you're asking the HR recruiters questions that shows them that you're not just here for the money and that you're not just here for the benefits. You want to ask them questions about possibly like what your typical schedule might look like. What are some expectations or some tips and tricks that they would recommend to someone like you who is new to the airline industry? What has been your best trip so far? What is your best layover? Ask them questions about things that you may not know about, such as credit hours. What does that mean? If you have any questions about any of the airline jargon, things about scheduling. What advice would you give to yourself when you first started this job, when you were first into this position? Things that, you know, are just not about pay and benefits. You guys, you don't want to ask about those. When it comes to answering questions, the best way to answer any situational question in doing a face-to-face interview for the airline is that you want to answer it in the STAR method. So the STAR method is S for situation, T for task, A for action, and R for results. So the STAR method. A lot of in airline interviews, you are given a situational question, something along the lines of, can you describe a time where you had to turn a negative customer experience into a positive one? So to answer that question, you want to talk about, like I said, situation, task, action that you took, and the results of that situation. A lot of airline interviews, they do have a teamwork building challenge, and you want to make sure that in this challenge that you are exemplifying teamwork. That's what the interviewers want to see. They want to see open communication and teamwork, because they want to be able to trust you when you go out on the line with their team. So as normal, in any interview, one of those famous questions that interviewers love to ask is, why should we hire you? Why do you want to be a flight attendant? What you should not say is, I want to be a flight attendant because I love to travel, I love to help people, and I have tons of years in customer service experience. Okay, you guys, you want to refrain from saying that you love to travel. Obviously, you love to travel because that's why you're here. That's why you want this job. All my existing flight attendants watching this video that are looking to transition into a bigger airline or a different airline, one thing to keep in mind for you guys especially is that you want to remain humble, okay? And I say this to say that I know coming from an airline, you already feel like you have the skill set of a flight attendant. You feel like you already know the ropes, you already know the FAA regulations, you know how to do this. And one thing that you have to keep in mind is that this is the airline that you're looking to get in with is a completely different airline than your last. So you want to be able to separate the two. Of course, you do have that skill set. You do have that background. And of course, list that on your resume. But just approach it as if it's your first. Okay, you guys. So I think that concludes this video. Thank you so much for your time. If you guys just take these little tricks and little tips with you as you go in to do your face-to-face interview, I guarantee that you will get the job, ladies and gentlemen. Just be confident, be you, and let the you shine, okay, you guys? So as always, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting my Fly Life series, and peace, love, and safe travels.